Welcome to the eQuip program, Indigenous Business Spotlight. Let me start by acknowledging the traditional owners on the land upon which we are virtually meeting on. I'm Montreal Yagara country in Meanjin, Brisbane, and Marilyn is currently on Gimoy, Willabura, Yidinji country in Cairns. May we pay respects to their people, families, elders, and communities. We also acknowledge all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who are listening into our Indigenous Business Spotlight today. The eQuip program is powered by Tagai Management Consultants and supported by Central Queensland University as part of the Creative Business Champions program. The Creative Business Champions program is supported by the Regional Arts Services Network, an initiative of the Queensland Government through Arts Queensland. The eQuip program is designed to provide culturally contextualized entrepreneurial and business support to build on the resilience and sustainability of Queensland Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander creative and performing arts businesses. eQuip will harness the expertise of the Creative Business Champions program capability and other creative and performing arts business support programs and subject matter experts. Over the course of the program, the importance of putting a spotlight on our deadly Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander businesses in the creative and performing arts sector across Queensland and the incredible work that they are doing within the industry. Today's deadly business owner is Marilyn Miller, co-founder of the Aboriginal Islander Dance Theatre and founder of BlakDance. Marilyn, can you please start with who's your mob and where are you from?
Yes, thanks, Brianna. So I'm Yalanji and I'm also Wani. I'm lucky in that when I say Yalanji, I mean the spectrum of the Yalanji Nation. My mother hailing from the Kubaliwara clan there around Mossman, and my father further inland towards Laura.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yes. But I grew up in Cairns on Gimoy lands. So yeah, Cairns is home.
Wonderful. Well, can you tell us a bit more about yourself?
Yes. So just a slight correction. The company I formed when I was still just out of college was the Aboriginal Islander Dance Theatre, the company. There was a college, yes, there was a college which was in operation, but a handful of us, our aims and our desires was to actually be part of an Aboriginal dance company. So after being given a set of barriers, I thought, well, let's go ahead and actually form it. Let's start it.
Wow.
So we did that, yes, and we enjoyed an international reputation, more so than one here domestically in Australia. But then fast forwarding, yes, finished my dance career and then did a business degree. And out of that, then ran this strategic initiative, Training Pathways, and that's how BlakDance originated.
Wow.
Yeah, it was about a lot of consultation around the nation and what were the needs, wishes, and desires that creatives had, and then what were the issues and concerns and barriers that were in place which were stopping them from really realizing all of the other things.
Right.
Yeah, so I went on and did that. But currently, I'm actually doing a collaborative project called Preparing Ground, and that's with two fabulous creatives, Katina Olsen, she's Waka Waka, and Jasmine Shepherd, she's Tagai. So we're in the process of developing that, and it means on-country research to each of our three lands, and it also means creative development from that research material that we gather.
Wow, that's amazing. That's such a very interesting project to be a part of.
It is, yes.
Yeah. Well, is there any other projects that you're a part of currently?
Well, side by side with that is the sector representation that I'm involved in, and I was invited to attend an international conference in September, and that was to speak about preparing ground as part of the BlakDance BlakForm Producers Initiative.
Right.
And there were two other Australians, so there's only 3 Australians presenting at the international conference.
Wow.
And it was all about the BlakDance Producers Initiative, BlakForm.
Can you tell us a little bit more about BlakForm?
Yes. So during COVID, BlakDance developed this Producers Initiative. It was an online platform of developing projects, which Preparing Ground was one of. We had guest speakers via online platforms, not just domestic speakers, but also international speakers. And it was one of those international guest speakers who runs the conference, to which he then invited us.
Since you've started a couple of businesses of your own and your initiatives, can you tell us a little bit about your experiences with starting those businesses and how they evolved?
Yeah, sure. I think what we always have to remember is that things evolve and happen due to the networking and support that you have. It's rare that it is a single individual which initiates and follows through and develops ideas and projects and businesses. It takes a team, and who you choose to be part of that team is integral to the success of the idea, the concept, and the project. I was fortunate when I was doing the national strategy that it was the border was a national ecology of the arts. So a lot of what was being voiced was echoed around the country in different areas. So the team was actually through the AusDance network, AusDance National, who was led by Julie Dyson. And then I was housed at AusDance Queensland, who was the director there was Marcus Hughes. So the networking was solid and it was committed to dance. So that's one thing that I will pass on is who you choose to be part of your network to realize projects is integral to the success of it.
Right. Yeah, that's wonderful. And I know that you've been always passionate about dance, and you started off as a dancer and then you wanted to create this big dance company. What was it, just dance that you were passionate about that made you want to create this company? What were there other passions or motivations that pushed you to make this company?
Well, it's not just dance that I'm interested in, but dance is a foremost passion. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
But also an interest in business itself, in organisations. I was very fortunate that my father particularly was involved in the setting up of organisations here in Cairns. Basically, every service organisation, that services First Nations people, Dad had a hand in. So I grew up around that whole environment since I was 14. So it was just second nature that's what you do. You actually set up enterprises or businesses to further develop, further expand, further train people, engage people, to change the status quo in society.
Right. Well, this is a bit of a random question, but if you were to go back and start all over again, what would you do differently?
I'd be an Olympic athlete.
I think you can pull it
off. When I was younger, my swimming coach wanted me to trial with the Australian team, but I told him that swimming was too boring. And when I think back on things like that, I go, damn, I could have had that kind of career. But yeah, it's like I'm pleased with the career I've had. I've seen a lot of the world. I've met some incredible people. I've danced on stage with some music legends, and I've met other political music arts legends, and I'm happy with that.
That's wonderful. Well, is there any pieces of advice that you can give to our viewers today who are watching our Indigenous Business Spotlight?
Sure. There's always going to be naysayers when you embark upon realizing your visions. And it's a personal decision how much the individual lets that affect their trajectory towards their visions.
Right.
My advice would be, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. They don't have the same vision as you, and only you can realize your vision. And if you've got the correct network with the correct support people, then there shouldn't be anything stopping you.
No, that's fantastic. Is there anything else you'd like to add for today's interview?
Sometimes it's tough, but the joy that realizing our visions brings far outweighs the tough times.
No, that's wonderful. Well, thank you, Marilyn. Is there any way that we can get further information about you or what we've talked about today?
Only through this platform. Yeah.
So through the eQuip program, is that what you're saying? Okay,
Yes.
that's wonderful. Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, thank you, Marilyn, for being a part of our Indigenous Business Spotlight today. Let us finish where we started by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land upon which we are all on and pay my respects to their elders past, present, and emerging. I'll also extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here today watching this video. If you're an Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander in creative and performing arts in Queensland, contact us to be a part of the program, and we'd love to have you on board and showcase you like we've done today with Marilyn. So please click on the link below and join us. Once again, I'd like to owe to Marilyn for joining us for our deadly yarn today. And to everyone watching, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow the TMC YouTube page for more eQuip content. Have a safe and deadly day.